Call this meeting to order as acting chair. This is the organizational school board meeting of the Northfield Public School Board. Today is Monday, January 8th, 2024, and the time is 6 p.m. The purpose of this meeting is to organize the board for the 2024 calendar year. We have the land acknowledgement statement for coming up first. The 2020-2021 District Youth Council Equity and Inclusion Subcommittee, on behalf of the District Youth Council, proposed the land acknowledgement to be formally adopted by the Board of Education in accordance with Policy 950, adopted June 2021. The land acknowledgement statement will be read at the school board organizational meeting, the meeting closest to Indigenous Peoples Day, and at both the high school and ALC graduations. Welcome Mariana Estrada from DYC to read the district's land acknowledgement statement.
The Northfield School District recognizes that we reside on the homelands of the Wapakute tribe of the Dakota Nation. We acknowledge the wrongdoings, previous and ongoing, and strive to repair and strengthen our relations with Indigenous peoples.
Thank you. Next, we have Minnesota Supreme Court Associate Justice Gordon Moore will administer the ceremonial oath of office to all elected school board members.
Chairman or Superintendent Hillman and members of the Northfield School Board, thank you for having me here tonight. It's an honor to be part of your gathering. As Chairman Superintendent Hillman indicated, am on the state Supreme Court, and we've lived in Northfield since I was appointed to the Supreme Court in the summer of 2020. And some of you may know my wife, Jane, who is chair of the library board and is active on arts initiatives in Northfield. One of the things that I've talked to Superintendent Hillman about is my abiding respect for people who are willing to serve the local school district. I, many years ago, was on the Worthington School Board for 3 years, including being chair the year after a failed levy referendum, which was, I told the governor when I interviewed for my current job, I said that was the toughest year I'd ever had, even more so than some of my days on the district court in Worthington. So I admire the role that you perform for the citizens and the community generally. If I could have all the board members please stand. It is an honor to be elected to guide the education of our community's children. As you recite this oath of office, it is a reminder that you assume a tremendous responsibility for an equitable and quality education for every student in the Northfield School District. In carrying out this responsibility, you are asked to fulfill the roles of vision, accountability, and advocacy. In providing vision, the Board of Education formulates the educational goals and sets the course for Northfield Public Schools. As a school board, you're accountable to the community and must ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our students. As board members, you also serve as key advocates on behalf of every student in our entire community. You must strive together towards fulfilling the district's vision to prepare every student for lifelong success by developing critical thinkers who are curious and ready to engage in society. You will now publicly affirm your commitment. I ask you to please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of Minnesota, and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the office of school board, member of Independent School District number 659, to the best of my judgment and ability. Congratulations and good luck to you all.
Thank you so much, Justice Moore. Okay, we're on to approving the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented? Moved by Jeff, second. By Ben, thank you. Any discussion on that motion? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 5 is our items for individual action. Our first item tonight is the election of our board officers. Duties for each officer are included in tonight's packet. I will now open the nominations for the election of officers. We will now proceed with the election of board officers. As the acting chair, I ask for nominations for the office of chair. You may just speak from the floor.
I nominate Claudia Gonzalez George for chair.
Okay, Claudia Gonzalez George is nominated for chair. Are there any other nominations for the office of chair? Are there any other nominations for the office of chair? Are there any other nominations for the office of chair? Okay, hearing no further nominations, nominations for the office of chair are now closed. No. Okay, all those in favor of having Claudia Gonzalez George be in the office of chair, say aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you very much. We'll serve as chair this year. We'll now continue with the elections of the remaining officers. Office of Vice Chair. Are there any nominations for Office of Vice Chair?
I would nominate Corey Butler for the office of vice chair.
Okay, Corey Butler is nominated for Office of Vice Chair. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing no further nominations, nominations for the office of vice chair are now closed. All those in favor of having Corey Butler serve in the office of vice chair, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, Corey, you will remain in the office of vice chair. Thank you for serving. Nominations are now in order for office of clerk. Are there any nominations for the office of clerk? I would nominate Amy Gerwitz to remain as our clerk this year. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations for office of clerk? Okay, hearing no further nominations for the office of clerk, I will close that and we'll take a vote. All those in favor of having Amy Gerwitz serve as in the office of clerk, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, Amy will continue in the office of clerk. Nominations are now in order for the office of treasurer. And I would nominate Ben Miller to serve as treasurer. Are there any other nominations for the office of treasurer? Are there any other nominations for the office of treasurer? Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing no further nominations, nominations for the office of treasurer are closed. All those in favor of having Ben Miller serve as treasurer, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, then Ben Miller will serve as treasurer this year. Congratulations, Ben. Jeff, on behalf of the board, we want to thank you for serving in the position of treasurer for the last 4 years. Thank you for your service. We now continue on with the next item for individual action. Is there a motion to approve the enclosed schedule for school board meetings January 2024 through January 2025 as detailed in the memorandum? Okay, moved by Corey, second. Second by Jenny. Is there any discussion on this item? Okay, then we will vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Item C, is there a motion to maintain the stipends as described in the memorandum? Moved by Ben, second. Second by Corey, thank you. Is there any discussion on this item? All right, all those in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Okay, motion passes. Next, item 6 is our consent agenda. Is there anything anyone would like to remove from the consent agenda for separate consideration? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented? Okay, moved by Jenny, thank you. Second? Second by Ben. Are there any comments on the consent agenda? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Item 7, items for information. Policy 203, operation of the School Board of Education bylaws. Board members are expected to familiarize themselves with Policy 203, operation of the School Board of Education bylaws. The suggested revisions to this policy are anticipated to be approved at the regular school board meeting immediately following this organizational meeting. Item B, Policy 209, Code of Ethics. Board members are expected to familiarize themselves with Policy 209, Code of Ethics. The purpose of this policy is to assist board members in understanding the role of individual board members and the contribution that each must make to develop an effective and responsible school board. Item C. Resolution to empower the school board to combine the duties of the office of clerk and treasurer of the school board in one person in the finance office of the school district. The board unanimously approved this resolution by roll call on January 14, 2019, which empowers Director of Finance Val Mertersdorf to conduct the duties of clerk and treasurer for the purposes of expediting the business of the district. This resolution is a one-time requirement and remains in effect until the board acts to appoint someone else in the finance office to fulfill this role. Item D, in items for information, board committee memberships, a brief description of each board committee or organization for calendar year 2024 is attached and a part of the packet tonight. Board member committee appointments and representation on various organizations and school liaisons will be an action item at the next regular board meeting, January 22nd. And item E, board workshops. The board will hold workshops on Monday, March 18th, 2024, and Monday, July 22nd, 2024. That concludes our 2024 organizational meeting. Our regular meeting will follow after a 5-minute break. Is there a motion to adjourn? Moved by Ben, second. By Noel. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye. Aye, opposed? Okay, we are adjourned.